witness everything that's going on, to witness it, to record it in our own consciousness, right?
Right, to learn as well. Like,
Yeah,
can I add
absolutely.
a
To
little
learn
analogy
and
to this?
to evolve consciously as a result of it.
acknowledge, witness, learn,
That's it. That's it. I was thinking as you were speaking
realize.
there, Rich. I started to think of this as a little bit like, you know, some people say, well, "What's the point? I can't do anything. We're observing it. Like, what difference can we make?" It's a little bit like being on a beach and observing the tides, and being on the beach and not observing the tides and going into the water same way. You're not going to be able to deal with it properly if you haven't observed what is going on. And then it ties into what you were just saying, Rich, there about, you know, altering the path of your course as a result of observing what's around you and what's going on and what you know what the lay of the land is in the retrospective country you're in and how that affects you. And then you kind of, I know it sounds cliche to say it, but the system can't affect you if you don't let it.
If you're
So
not emotionally
riptide
invested,
isn't going
if
to
you're not
suck you
emotionally
out if
invested in
you're
it,
aware of it being there. You can't get sucked out by the riptide, but every fucker that goes in there
Joy.
that hasn't clocked it is going to get ripped straight out.
right?
They can't see it, but it's there.
But Rox, we know firsthand, right? Firsthand that in the moment we like we forget that.
Yeah,
Like
so easy to
so
forget. Hmm.
you've had some
Caught up.
you've had something. We don't need to go into any details, but something's happened today that's fucking rocked your world,
100%.
right?
Yep.
And but it's like, well, no, let's wait. Not run away
Very,
with
very good case study there, Rich, and how important it is to not go through this thing we call life on
right.
your own
If you
or
weren't,
around people that don't understand your way of thinking.
we need to remind each other all the time, right? Because we can't. We're not well practiced or well versed in reminding ourselves because we get lost in the moment. So yeah, we really need to.
There's
Everybody
something
needs
you
to.
get better and better and better and better at the more you
Yep.
exercise and
Can I remark about this,
the more you
this
remind people,
wondering that
the more you accept.
Well,
you
Why
brought
is
up?
it always easier to comfort a loved one than to do it for yourself? Why is that though? Why can't we do that for ourselves in the moment? Why are we incapable sometimes in the crux of them, in the heat of the moment when the shit's really hitting the fan? We don't have the ability to do what our loved ones can do for us. Why does it sometimes take
Do for
someone
yourself.
else to say, it's all right, breathe? Why can't we do that for us? Because I can't. God knows I try. I try so hard to be there for myself.
Hmm.
And I fail sometimes
it's
at
because
everything
of
before.
unsurety. It's because of being unsure. It's because of not. It's
Isn't that a kind of
being
testament to how much
reminded,
we need each
but
other? We need each other more so than we've ever needed
but
each other in our lives,
in
man.
those moments, right? In those
Mm.
moments when we are, well, like today for you, Rox, in those moments, suddenly the rest of the world disappears, right? And the only things that you can see are the huge problems that could potentially be looming because of
Yep.
what's going on, right? And it's really hard to see, and it's really hard to see the wood for the trees when you're in the moment. And then me, when I called you and spoke to you and said, come on, deep breaths. We know this is bullshit. We know this. It's going to be cool. Everything's going to be all right. And it's just you. We need another voice to snap us out of the little theater that we've got playing in our minds of all the shit. Oh fuck, because this has happened now. This is going to happen, and what the fuck am I going to do to stop that brain fuck that happens when those things happen? What were you going to say, Near? Sorry, dude.
Sorry.
Oh, I think it was like about our role. As I said earlier, if we have any, special thing going on, then if we're gonna do any kind of like an effect, this is what Richie kind of like pondered earlier. And I think that the answer to that, first of all, I've been resigning, I know, officially or unofficially, about 2 months ago from like dealing with conspiracies, all right? And it all came out like kind of like contradicting what I'm doing right now, right? But anyway, um, I kind of like came down
Well,
to that because I kind of like getting tired of watching people coming to the camera and blah, 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 government, blah, and things like that. And I told myself I kind of like started to be disgusted by that. I told myself, oh, I don't want to be that guy that yells at the camera and stuff like that. It's not me. And it also, when we started off this thing about 5, 6 years ago, whatever, we said, yeah, everybody should wake up, right? The wide awake show, the really wake show. Everybody should wake up. And I was like initially not really into that, crying because I didn't believe that everybody will wake up. Okay, once we were like even before the kuf time. Okay, it was like it didn't seem real to me. Right, that everybody will wake up, and I kind of like understood that they also like with demonstrations and let's say acting physically on ground level versus those bodies, those institutes, is completely useless. All right, things won't change that way. And what we got set up to in our shortlist in our things that we need to do is what I think Richie said earlier about being witnesses for that. And this belief comes from me, from my believing in God. And I believe that God sure do wants us to witness those things happening because he wants us to make these decisions of ours, right? Because he wants us to witness that, to think, and to make the decisions, which kind of like way we should take facing those events. Okay, what is our perspective, as Richie says, and and this is what we can do. Okay, this is what we can do to affect, just to be on the positive side that with me it connects with God and standing beside the decision which most fitting to what I think he instructed me to. And with that we also like giving more power, more strength to the side of God wherever it is. And um and yeah, we should wait. We should wait and become the witnesses. We can talk on Friday noons or whatever, like for years and years and years. All right, but again, the effect of that will be maybe on the lovely chat room or like close surroundings, but not on the entire masses. All right, um, and I do think that we are being saved and we are being tested by our belief and not by our acts. And the acts that we are doing can be right or wrong. We are all sinners in our essence, and but our belief, okay, the belief is what keeps us going on, and this is what will save us eventually. That's it.
so Red Cap, um, I've I've intervened 3 times here in this hostel. Most recently was, I don't know, about a month ago, or around Christmas time. Um, and each time I've intervened when the moments just before literally seconds leading up to the minutes and seconds leading up to me intervening, I'm fuming. I'm gonna fucking knock someone's head off because I'm so fucking angry because of the wankers that are fighting outside my room and they're disturbing my peace, and I'm gonna go and knock their fucking heads together. And I go out, and as I'm walking up to them, each time this happened, all 3 times it happened, this voice in my head went, "Dude, that's not what you're here for. You're here to make him chill. You're here to be the voice of reason and to calm it and to get in between them. Like, go in and like, I'm 6'3" and I've lost a lot of weight, but I can still fucking handle myself and I still know how to deal with people. So I just got in between them, calm, tranquilo, tranquilo, and I've broken up 3 fights between Italians and Spanish, Argentinians and Spanish, Canarians and Italians. But the voice, every time that happened, the voice was very fucking clear in my head. It wasn't a voice, it wasn't audible, but it was this feeling that came from my heart that said, "No, dude, remember what you're telling everybody. Don't. This is not. This is not an opportunity to go and express anger and beat the shit out of someone."
But was that anger helpful in that moment to understand what was going on, to understand them, to understand the energy
Right.
at play here?
So
And then you're the one that flipped it on its fucking head.
realizing, so I think the only reason it happened was because I'd already realized, I'd already recognized that when I get angry like that, it's not my anger.